Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the New Mexico Lobos taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Lobos will get us started with the opening kickoff. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So Boise State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Flips it out to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this run.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Banks. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 17, set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the New Mexico Lobos offense will get the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Final update, guys, in the battle between Sparty and Michigan and the fight over Paul Bunyan's trophy. Michigan State notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from East Lansing is worth its weight in gold to the Spartans. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Lobos will call on their punt team. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little movement, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Banks. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on second down. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. And the Lobos will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The give to the tailback. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Looking for a man. It's Banks. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Finds a man on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not even...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Well, he won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the boys of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Snagged in the middle. It's Korea. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're bringing heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Boise to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays had worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
And the Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
Back to the ground with the running back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are are really stepping, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh. They're hurting this defense.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. Quarterback gets enough. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Broncos are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Banks. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown Broncos! And the route is on. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but the decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's got it again. Runs through the tackle. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Jones wants to throw it. He makes the grab. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. First down here for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Minnesota looked less like a pack of Gophers and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Huntington Bank Stadium. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Banks. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Shoots it to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Coates. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to the air one more time. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off, taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
from the gun, the ground game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. It's not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And the Broncos are in the red zone. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Banks. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's put in danger, and it's picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.